The lights inside Tokyo's Ariake Arena dim to a haunting glow, and a wave of anticipation ripples through the crowd. Thousands of fans sit on the edge of their seats, their voices merging into a thunderous hum. Tonight is not just another fight. It is history waiting to be written. 4 belts, 1 division, 1 undisputed king. From the blue corner stands Paul Butler, the reigning WBO bantamweight champion. Calm, composed, and guarded behind a high shell, Butler carries the quiet confidence of a man who has clawed his way back to the top. Known as the baby-faced assassin, he is a tactician, a survivor, and a fighter who understands the danger that lies ahead. For him, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, to unify the division and shock the world. But across the ring stands something else entirely. Naoya Inoue, the monster. Undefeated, unstoppable. A champion already holding 3 belts, WBA, WBC, and IBF. His presence alone sends a jolt through the arena. This is a man who doesn't just win fights, he dismantles opponents with frightening precision and power. As the referee calls them to the center, the tension becomes suffocating. Instructions are given, eyes lock, gloves touch. And in that moment, everything changes. Because this is no longer about belts or records. This is about legacy. The bell rings, and Inoue steps forward, measured and calm, immediately probing with sharp jabs to the body. Butler stays disciplined, his guard tight, absorbing the early touches. Inoue doesn't rush. He studies, calculating distance, reading reactions. The first combinations come, quick, crisp, purposeful. Not reckless, not wild, but surgical. As the early rounds unfold, a pattern begins to emerge. One that feels both controlled and ominous. Naoya Inoue inches forward with quiet confidence, cutting off the ring with calculated footwork. Each step is deliberate. Each movement serves a purpose. Paul Butler, meanwhile, remains locked behind a high guard, elbows tight, minimizing openings. It's a disciplined approach, one built on survival. But against a fighter like Inoue, survival comes at a cost. The monster begins to increase the tempo. Double jab, right hand, left to the body. The shots thud against Butler's guard, but their impact is undeniable. Slowly, almost invisibly, Butler is pushed backward, closer to the ropes, closer to danger. The crowd senses it. A murmur builds with every exchange. Inoue isn't just throwing punches, he's setting traps. He targets the body relentlessly, digging hooks beneath the elbows, forcing Butler to tighten his defense even further. And when that guard rises too high, he goes upstairs. A sharp combination snaps through. Not clean, but enough to send a message. Butler responds in flashes. A quick hook, a brief combination, but it lacks conviction. There's hesitation, a split-second delay that speaks volumes. Because he knows. One mistake, and it's over. Inoue corners him late in the round, unleashing a flurry. Hooks, straights, body shots, relentless and suffocating. Butler blocks most of it, but offers little in return. No counters, no resistance. Just defense. And as the bell rings, the contrast is undeniable. This isn't a back-and-forth battle. This is control. Total control. And Inoue is only getting started. By the middle rounds, the fight has transformed into something far more one-sided than anyone anticipated. Naoya Inoue is no longer just controlling the pace, he is dictating every second of the action. Paul Butler, still behind his high guard, continues to absorb the punishment. His strategy is clear: survive, endure, and hope for an opening. But against a fighter like Inoue, opportunities don't come freely, they are forced and punished. Inoue begins to experiment. He changes rhythm. He switches angles. Touch, touch, then suddenly, explosion. A crushing body shot lands, and for the first time, Butler visibly reacts. The crowd erupts, sensing the shift. Inoue sees it too. His eyes sharpen. His movements become more aggressive, more precise. Still, Butler refuses to engage fully. When he throws, it's brief, quick bursts that fade as quickly as they begin. And each time, Inoue answers with authority. A right hand snaps through the guard. A hook digs into the ribs. The pressure never stops. Then comes the final act. In round 11, Inoue steps forward with purpose. He feints, drawing Butler into position. A subtle change in rhythm, and then, boom, a devastating shot to the body freezes Butler in place. Inoue doesn't hesitate. A rapid, brutal combination follows. Left, right, left, each punch landing with precision and force. Butler collapses under the assault. The referee steps in. It's over. The arena explodes as Inoue stands tall, calm as ever. The announcement echoes through the roar of the crowd. Undefeated, undisputed, the king of the bantamweight division. Naoya Inoue hasn't just won. He has made history. The monster reigns supreme.